legend. I gotta prop him up first. So you gotta give me a couple of minutes to give you your due, big brother. This man here, as I said earlier, is a foundational piece as it relates to the rap scene in the city of Houston and in the southern region, and in my, I won't say my humble opinion, in my boastful opinion, in hip hop period, because he's one of the individuals, man, who helped shape this thing. One of the individuals who is so raw and unfiltered. He don't know what a filter is. And he was speaking his mind. He was saying the things that people were scared to think way back before it was popular to do so. And he represents the nuts of Houston, Texas, man, because I'm a fan. I'm not just a guy who just, okay, I was on the outside looking in. I'm a fan of this man. I could quote many of his songs verbatim. He is a multi-platinum artist, which we only got a handful of those, but he's among the first. He's a writer. He's an entrepreneur. He's been a professional boxer. I mean, this man done lived a life. And he's a member of one of the most successful groups to come out of the hip-hop period, and that's the Geto Boys. I want to introduce my brother, my homie, the great Willie D is in the building. What's up, Will?
What's up, the great K-Rino?
Oh, man.
What's up, baby boy? How you feel?
Trying to be like you when I grow up, man.
Oh,
you know
man,
how it
shoot,
goes,
man. You got your own lane, dog. You good.
Man, I thank you for coming on the show, man. I want to get right into it, because you know this hour ain't go by like that. How did you get started in this rap game, man? Tell people your origins, what made you fall in love with this, and just leading up to where you are now. What was your first taste of this that made you say, this is what I want to do?
Well, just getting started, I got started on a dare. We was in the hood. We used to sing, just like in the Motown days. We be singing in the hood.
Right.
We be singing in the park like that.
Right.
And rap was hitting around that time. Run DMC, my boy was like, man, me and Willie can do that.
Right.
And it was like a challenge. Everybody started laughing like, yeah, right. So he go in his house, I go into my house. 1 hour later, we both come out. He say his rap, they start laughing. I say my rap, they raise their eyebrows.
Right.
And that let me know I had something.
Right.
So I did that for like, I had that same little old 8-bar rap for like, I ran it for like 3 months. And every time I would battle somebody, I would do my 8-bar rap, and then I get to the end, I'd be like, nah, fool, I ain't gonna waste more time on you no more.
Right.
Because I ain't had nothing, I ain't had no more rap, you know? So I just finished right. So it just encouraged me to keep on going. So I wrote a little bit more. That turned into a verse, then it turned into a song, and then I just kept on going. Then I started competing in contests, sharpening my skills.
Right.
And then, that caught the attention of Jay, and man, you know how that go after that.
I'm gonna ask you another question, because the point you just made was what I was getting ready to get to. When you was hitting up them contests, this back in the Rhinestone Wrangler days and all that, what made you have the confidence to go head to head with these cats to know? Because I listen to your stuff. Look, I know somebody that know how to rank growing up when I hear.
Yeah.
So I'm certain. Correct me if I'm wrong. You was growing up ranking on cats back in the days. I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
See, because you could hear it in the raps, you could hear it in the style, and that translates over when you battling somebody, because you can embarrass the hell out of them.
Yeah,
in that situation.
Yeah, when at the Rhinestone was a 2-part competition. Right. The first part was regular rap. You had to show you had some skills.
Right.
And then the second part, if you could make it out of round 1, you do the battle rap.
Right.
That's where you battle rap. And that's the part, more than anything, people would just loot. People would be late for work, lose their jobs, get in fights with their girlfriend or boyfriend, because they hanging out trying to watch that battle rap at 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Right. Right. So it was the battle rap that really sharpened my skills and really gave me the confidence to rock a crowd. Like I feel like it don't matter what kind of crowd I walk into. It could be a crowd of Republican lawmakers. Right. If I say ho, they gonna say ho.
No question about it. And the punchlines are universal, man. When you hit somebody with a punchline, a funny punchline, like you said, it don't matter who it is, they gonna respond to it in that way. What brought you to rap a lot, because to give some history, we lived through it. Me and Murder, we lived through the history, but a lot of people may not know that before you were a member of the Geto Boys, you had a solo career. You was doing your thing. We was jamming Controversy. We was jamming all of your great underground stuff as a solo artist, and you could have easily popped off as a solo artist as opposed to being in the group. What made you do the group thing?
Well, I did the group thing as a favor to Jay.
Right.
I never wanted to be in a group.
Right.
Never, man. Because it's just too many problems, too many complications. Anytime. First of all, just having one person as an artist is already trouble.
Yeah.
Then you got three different people. At the time, Red Red was in the group, so that's 4 people, 4 conflicting personalities.
Right.
Everybody, this person want to do it this way, this person want to do it that way. So it's just, then you get to a point to where you have some success and everybody's telling you the best member, you the reason why the group is going hot. And so everybody got their own fan base, and everybody hearing something different.
Yeah.
So you get into the egos and the money, and everybody feel like they deserve more and all that type of stuff. So I never wanted to be in a group, but Jay asked me to write some new songs for the new Geto Boys album that was coming up. Before I got in the group, they was already existed.
Right.
With at the time it was Jukebox, Ready Red, and Johnny C.
Right.
He wanted me to write some new stuff, so I wrote "Let a Hoe Be a Hoe" and "Do It Like a Geo."
Right.
And they was cool with "Do It Like a Geo," but they didn't want to do the other song.
Right.
So Jay gave them an ultimatum. He said, "Man, y'all do this, man, or go solo." So Prince Johnny C out the gate went solo, and Jukebox was gonna stay down to be in the group, but like after the first day of recording, actually it was the second day, he quit the group for personal reasons.
Right.
Like he had something going on with his woman, he quit.
Right.
And Bushwick was hanging out in the studio, drinking a 40 ounce, rapping Public Enemy,
Right.
Chuck D, Just the Rhythm of the Rebel. And a light come on. I'm like, man, let's put Bushwick in the group.
Yeah.
And then I write Bushwick, I write the solo song for Bushwick.
Yeah.
And that's how Bushwick became a rapper.
Hey man, that's history, man. We learning how it all unfolded. Real quick, when did you know? Because like you said, that group dynamic, man, is so delicate because you have these different personalities. But I have learned over my years of just studying and knowing hip hop that contrast has always been a successful formula in rap groups. Running DMC didn't sound nothing alike. Pimpin' Bun ain't nothing alike. Andre and Big Boy, nothing alike.
Right.
So now here you got Chuck and Flav, Willie D and Face, rapper from Fifth Ward, rapper from South Park, different styles, different approaches, deliveries.
Yeah.
But that mix, that contrast was like, that was gold, man. I mean, when did you kind of know, like, you know what, this might be all right?
The first day that we got in the studio, we just banging them out.
Right.
Like we probably did 3 songs the first day. Like we was banging them out. Like when I heard Brad rap, the first song I heard was the song called Scarface.
Right.
And I heard that, and I was like, well, okay, he got that dealer side down, that street hustler side thing down, and I know. I got that political thing. I know I didn't know all of his skill set, but I know I could talk about politics. I knew I had some information on women.
Right.
I had some information on thugging.
Right.
And I was like, we put that together, it's gonna work. Yeah. So once we got on track together, like I think one of the first tracks we did together was Gangsta of Love. Right. And I saw that, I was like, yeah, we got the chemistry. But what I did not know is that the chemistry would last so long. It would be so perfect for so long. Like we can literally be away from each other for a few years. Yeah. When we get back in that studio, it's like, it's like that's magic, man.
I mean, that's just natural chemistry, man. And some people had it. I think certain things, man, were just God ordained. You know what I'm saying? You had that chemistry where, like you say, y'all don't see each other all the time, and then y'all just pop right back in place, man. So I mean, we so thankful that it happened, man, because you know we know that the Can't Be Stopped album was the album with Mind Playing Tricks, and that's the album that went platinum, man. But my favorite always was Grip It. That was my personal favorite album, and y'all just had that even Bushwick. You know, even though y'all was writing for Bushwick, man, I mean Bushwick fit into that mix so perfect that to me it was tailor made to be successful. You spoke about rapping the political side and all that. That was one of the next questions I was gonna get into you. Where did your social consciousness aspect come from? When did that start to become a part of you as a person and then incorporated it into your music?
Great question, man. That's one of the best questions I've ever been asked. Man, I don't know exactly when it came into my consciousness, but as far as like making music,
Right.
it came from listening to Stevie Wonder and feeling like that I had a social responsibility to give it back to the people, because Stevie Wonder saved my life. Because I'm telling you, dude, if it wasn't for that music, man, I would have killed something and done some killing, probably killed myself.
Right.
Because I mean, my mama was very abusive.
Go into that.
Yeah.
What song? You know, I'm big on Stevie myself.
Yeah.
You know, Stevie is in my trinity. I got a trinity of Stevie, Prince, and Sam Cooke. So how did Stevie Wonder say? What song or what moment?
It was so many of them, but I could start off with like I Wish.
Yeah. Right.
You know, I could start. I start off with that whole album, Songs to the Kill Life. You know, you go from that to you know, If You Really Love Me.
Right.
You know, it's so many songs, man. Like Stevie is that dude. You know, like his music not only wakes people up, man. It like actually wake you up. You dig what I'm saying? It makes you conscious.
It brings you alive. It brings you life, man. He transcended, man. Did you ever meet? I know you met Stevie before.
Man, let me give you my Stevie Wonder story.
Yeah. Let's hear the Stevie story.
I'm at the Essence Festival in New Orleans, and I'm backstage, and Stevie's brother is bringing me to the door to meet. I'm into the dressing room.
What year is this? When was this?
This is had to be like, this is the mid '90s.
Okay.
So I go to the door. Stevie, as soon as his brother Milton, he opens the door, and he's like, "Yeah, Stevie, this is Willie D." And Stevie's like, "Yeah, Willie D, Geto Boys." Dun, 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 dun,
I'd have been done after that.
This is what he do, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, Stevie want to know my music, right? So I sit there and I start talking to him, man. So for about 5 minutes, man. After about 5 minutes, man, it's like I'm talking to my uncle, homie, old homie or something, you know, OG, you know.
Right.
And we kicking it, we talking, and then afterwards, it's time for him to go on stage. So we go outside, right outside the dressing room, to take some pictures. And you know, this is camera days.
Ain't no phone.
Before the cell phone camera.
Right. You gotta go to Fox
Photo.
Photo.
Sony camera, right? Yeah. So we taking pictures and stuff, and I say, "All right, Stevie, let me get one for the wall." So Stevie is up against the wall, and I'm like, "Stevie, move over this way, son."
Right.
And he's still standing there, and I'm like, "Stevie," I said, "Yeah, move over this way, son." And then my kid's mama was like, you know, let me know, like,
you done forgot Stevie can't see.
Let me know he can't see. And I was like, "Oh man, Steve." I was like, "Oh, my bad." So I went over there, placed him where I wanted him to be. Yeah. Because if you're around Stevie long enough, you would think he can see.
Right.
Because he's just that aware of his surroundings. Right. And even when I walk into his dressing room, it was like something I'd never seen before, and I've been in a lot of dressing rooms. Right. And I've been treated like royalty. I've been in dressing rooms backstage where they had us set up and we thought it was live. Right. I've been in major people's dressing rooms. Right.
No question.
And on that day, you know, you had Gap Band, Patti LaBelle, Smokey, all of the greats. There was a lot of Motown greats there. Right. But Stevie won the room, and I went into their rooms. But their rooms looked like my dressing rooms. Yeah. But Stevie dressing room, he had pictures of him on the wall, like big framed pictures.
Right.
He had like a big old comfortable sofas. He had like in the center of the room, it was like steak and shrimp and like real silverware, like not
you feel like you at Stevie house.
Not no plastic. Like it was laid out. This man stuff
That's a
was
hell of
laid
a rider
out.
right
So
there.
and I found out that he travels with his own furniture and stuff for his dressing room.
For his convenience.
He likes to be comfortable.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense, man. That's amazing, man. We here with Willie D, man. We're not gonna take a lot of calls, but we gotta take one.
Shout out to Sister Crystal. You know they out in Mississippi. Lake Mississippi.
Okay.
That boy they've been out there in Mississippi lynching black folks.
Yeah. She told me that the last time we saw her. Yeah.
Not no isolated incidents. Like they got a string of lynchings.
Back to the 40s and 50s on it.
Yeah. So they out there doing a demonstration on tomorrow.
Right.
And so I told her just kind of like even though we out here, just hit us up and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, let us know that you safe, all is well out there, man. Because if y'all don't know who we talking about, he's talking about Sister Crystal Muhammad, man. She was a member of the Nation of Islam. Then she became one of the heads of the new Black Panther Party, and she got more nuts than 90% of these dudes out here. She'll run right up on these police, man. She love her people and she fight for her people. So shout out to Sister Crystal, man. Straight up.
Real tough.
Yeah. On the cool, we want to switch over to another.
What's up?
People don't know. A lot of people know. A lot of people don't know. Willie D was not just some dude trying to box. Willie D was a professional boxer. How did you get into the boxing arena? How did you get into that game, and what drove you into that?
Yeah, well, what drove me into it, what got me into it first and foremost was that people kept telling me, man, you need to box because you fight so much.
Yeah.
So I went into the gym. The first time I went to a gym to fight, I was 11. So I went in, I beat up the baddest dude in my weight class, and I gave him a bloody nose, and the coach was mad at me, but he kept me around.
Right.
So about a week later, I had my first fight, and I knocked out the dude in the first round, and they gave me a trophy.
Right.
And that was the first time I ever had a fight, and grown folks, you know, was cool with it.
Right.
They didn't beat, they didn't want to whoop me or nothing.
Right. With nobody mad
I didn't get in no trouble.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I can do this, and when they gave me that trophy, I was like, man, this is cool, right? I ain't never had no trophy before. So after that, I kept on doing it, and then I won the Golden Gloves. 84? Won the Golden Gloves in 84, 85. Won the Golden Gloves, and now I'm at a point to where I got to decide: am I going to do music or am I going to rap? And I had to make a decision. I was like, okay, the girls love rappers, they love boxers. Right. You can make a lot of money rapping, you can make a lot of money boxing. Right. But at the end of the night, I ain't got no headaches when I rap. Right. So I chose rap. Yeah. Plus, I was always cognizant of the fact that, man, some of these dudes ain't got their senses that box.
No question.
I didn't want to be one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Because I remember running into Iran Barkley years later.
Right.
I ran into Art, and I was like, Iran. And man, I swear to God, man, it took that man like 10 seconds to turn around.
Right.
He turned around in slow motion. He was like, yo, what's up, Willie D?
Right.
I was like, and he was a young man.
Right, no doubt.
He was a young man. He wasn't even 30 yet.
No doubt.
I don't think he was 30 yet.
Yeah. Was he retired at the time, or he was still boxing?
He was retired.
Yeah.
But his last fight, before I saw him, the last time I saw him fight was probably about maybe 2 years before that.
Gotcha.
So that was like...
That's a short period of time, man. Yeah.
Very short period of time, man. So that was always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And I know if I would have stayed in boxing, I would have been a slugger. Like it was a beautiful thing that I turned professional after I rapped and I got some sense. I realized what was going on and how to fight, like smart.
Gotcha.
Because if I would have came out from
a youngster,
like straight out from being a teenager and turned pro,
right,
I would have been a banger.
Gotcha.
And because I like to fight. You know,
giving them
like,
and taking them.
I like to I like to show it. I can take it.
Right.
And watch this. What I give you. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that I was a pain freak, because I was like, you can't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch this.
Right.
You know. Right. So I'm glad that it went like that, because I know I would have been a banger, and I know my speech would be all
that
off.
Accumulation of them blows. Yeah. That's strong, man. But you know what I mean? I think just the life experience of it. You know, so you got a lot of notches on your belt, though. You know, because a lot of people can't say that they've done the things that you've done, and we don't, as artists, man, coming up out of the streets like that. We don't get no formal education on none of the stuff we do and none of the stuff we've done, man. We just been blessed to just do it. So, I mean, Willie D is an example of whatever you have in your mind that you want to do, don't be scared to give it a try.
You know why I got that mentality, K-Rino? Because I'm serious about this one life.
Right. Come on,
I'm dead serious about this one life, and I don't take it for granted. Like, every day, I put in maximum amount of time I can get in every day, because I feel like I don't know when it's going to be the last day, right? So I know I got to sleep. That's the only thing make me go get some sleep.
Max out.
Is that I max it out every single day, because when it's all said and done, when I'm laying there and I'm on my way out of here, when it's all said and done, I ain't got no more. It's time to go. If I have any regrets, I want them to be for the things that I did, not for the things I wanted to do, but was too afraid to do. And a lot of times, people are afraid to do things because of what others may think of them if they fail. It ain't even about them. So most people, I do believe that if they didn't think that they wouldn't be critically judged by others, they would go ahead on and do things. But because they think other people are going to judge them critically, they don't do it. And I subscribe to the mantra, like, man, y'all go to hell, dog. Like, if I think I can do it, and I really want to do it, man, I'm finna do it. That's why I fear no man. All of these dudes out here that people be scared of, I'd be like, man, bring it. Like, come on, try that with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these KKK members, these gang bangers, you know, the killers that everybody be like, man, you know, like, I ain't wishing no bad on me, but I know what I do if it come down to me, because I look at it like, anything you can do to me, I can do to you.
It ain't a matter of wishing bad. It's just a matter of the display of what manhood is supposed to be. And I think that's the thing. Is, you know, a lot of us, we talk about fear no man but God. I don't fear no, but a lot of people don't really feel like that, because the first time they in their crunch, then, you know, that heart start beating fast and they not really ready to live up to that. So think about what he just said. He said people don't go for what they have in their heart to go for because they scared of what folks might think about them if they fail, man. That's a powerful statement, man. So, you know, just if y'all listening, because I talk to people all the time, it's like, man, I wanted to do this, but man, time is of the essence. And if you ain't out there trying to bring it in, before you know it, that time gonna pass you by, that window gonna close, and it's gonna be a wrap, man. We in here with the OG, the legend, Willie D, man. I mean, this man got so many accolades and credentials, man. And I want to shout him out because you still got the podcast? You still the podcast?
Yeah, I do it, but I do it in a different kind of format now. I do it all. Mostly I do it, you know, via satellite.
Gotcha. Well, one thing I know that he does still do is and I'm a big fan of, is Willie D Live on his YouTube channel. And for those of y'all who may not be familiar with that is, man, Willie D gets on YouTube and he posts videos of him covering different topics that are going on around the world, around the community. And he's always on point, hitting the nail on the head as it relates to what's going on in the community, what's going on in the world. And a couple of pieces you did recently that stood out, because I watch it all the time. But the one you did about Prince recently, because like I said, I'm a big Prince fan, and when the autopsy and the toxicology and all that came out, I was one of them people that was under the belief that they did something to Prince. They bumped him off. Called me conspiracy theorist or whatever, but you covered that so well, but the other one you cover so well is a defense of Minister Farrakhan that you put up that probably about a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, anybody know me, they know Farrakhan. That's my minister. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And in this political climate, at this time where these so-called Jews are really bum rushing the minister, trying to bring the minister down. I mean, I reposted your defense of the minister on my Facebook page, and I think you did a great job. And I know you've met the minister on a couple of occasions, man. Yeah. If you want to go into that, you can go into that real quick, man.
Yeah. What about
just the connection to Minister Farrakhan and his value to us as people, even if we don't know it.
Yeah, here it is, man. Like the people that it's two kind of people that are the two kind of black people that don't like Farrakhan. One is just the black people that's been misinformed, and then the other ones are the scary ones. The scary, the coon types. The bug dancers. The slaves. The modern day slaves. Right. See, they don't like Farrakhan because Massa told them not to like Farrakhan.
Come on.
They don't like Farrakhan because Farrakhan is a man and Farrakhan has principles. You see, and a man with principles stand for something. Right. And that means that if you like him, then you got to stand for something too. Because Farrakhan demand that. Like, he going to embarrass you. If you don't, like, when you listen to Farrakhan, Farrakhan don't bite his tongue for nobody, not even himself. He gonna say what it is, and sometimes he gonna offend you, but that is the best type of ministry a person can get, because ain't none of us perfect. We all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So when you speak on it, when that man speak on it, man, he's speaking out of love. Anytime somebody's speaking to you to uplift you and give you hope, and it offends you, then that's a person that really loves you. You see, somebody that just tell you anything to make you feel good, always trying to tell you something to make you feel good, that's a pimp. That's right. That's like a pimp do. A pimp do. Say, baby, you can come on with me, baby. I got you, daddy got you, you know what I'm saying? That's that pimp talk. And a lot of these dudes, they pimps. A lot of these pastors and stuff, they pimps. A lot of these pastors got little minions, and the minions are pimps. This one over the youth choir, this one over the divorce ministry, this one's over the couples union, and all this, man, the couples ministry, all of this stuff.
And the government is over them.
Man, these people are afraid, man, of Farrakhan because he stands for something. And so what tripped me out is that if you put all of these dudes together, I damn near put some money on it that Farrakhan has probably saved more black people than all of these dudes combined. But a lot of these people flock to these other churches and these nice feel-good prosperity type pastors. But Farrakhan is putting his money where his mouth is. He put his time where his mouth is. He's actually put initiatives in place to save the black people who want to be saved. Look, man, if you don't want to be saved, if you become a Muslim and you go join the nation and you jump out there and become a dope fiend, nigga, that's on you. That ain't on Farrakhan. That ain't on the minister. If you jump out there and decide, with all of this teaching, all these blessings this man giving, all this information, and you want to go out there and be a woman abuser, that's on you. That ain't on the minister. You see, dig what I'm saying? So they look at it like, well, he got all of this, and, what the people underneath him got or whatever. The people underneath him got whatever they want. You dig what I'm saying? They ain't got no problem with the president of the United States flying in private jets and playing golf and spending all it. They paying him with their tax money. They ain't got no problem with the president of the United States wearing $1,000 shoes, having 200 security guards. They ain't got no problem with him laying up in the big bad White House and being on TV every day. They ain't got no problem with that. But see, they got a problem about Farrakhan living good, dressing good, eating good. They got a problem with that because Massa told them to have a problem with it. They get that from Massa. Massa say, let me pick this Negro apart. Let me tell you what's wrong with him. And this is why you shouldn't like him either. And we need you to denounce him. We need you to separate from this guy. He is bad. He is. Did you hear what he said about us? Damn what us said about you. But did you hear what he said about us? You need to denounce him.
And the key is, just like you say, forget about what we done said about you, and more importantly, what we done to you.
Exactly.
And he's exposing their corruption. So that's why they want
exactly. And then this is what I'm saying, man. These Negroes, they don't. It's like a lot of them. They don't even know what half the time when they talking about Farrakhan, they don't even know why they don't like Farrakhan. I mean, I just don't like. Well, why you don't like him? Because he preaching that
he's an anti-Semite, and they don't even know what a Semite is.
Yeah.
So you mad?
Let me tell you something, man. Like I said, we all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I guarantee you, again, take any of his critics, and he's done more for black people than they have. So why the hell would I denounce him? Ain't none of us perfect. I don't agree with everything Farrakhan says, and he just like he don't agree with everything I say. You know, I don't. It wouldn't be wise for nobody to agree with anything all things that anybody says. That would be a person who don't think for themselves.
Yeah, or research.
But I look at the man totality, like look at his collective work. As overall, what is this man? Who is this man about? What is he about? All I got to do is know that you love black people, and I'm gonna ride with you. You gonna have your flaws. I'm cool with that. All I got to do is know that you ain't one more person that's been programmed to hate us.
Control.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So you gonna have your flaws just like I'm gonna have my flaws. But you ain't gonna never get me to go against Farrakhan. You ain't gonna never get me to denounce Farrakhan.
Come on.
If I know you love our people, I ain't gonna never call you out publicly. I'm gonna try to pull you to the side. You know what I'm saying? But just like I'm gonna try to pull you to the side, you got to try to pull me to the side. And if you don't, then I know you're working for them folks.
Come on now.
I know that you ain't respecting because that's a code, right? And I know you ain't expecting the code. You're not respecting the code. So if I know that, then I know where you really coming from. So when I hear somebody trying to call Willie D out, knowing the sacrifices I made money sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? In this country, as important as money is, anytime somebody make a money sacrifice,
that's big.
You got to take a look at that.
You got to raise an eyebrow on that. No question, man. No question.
Is Sister Chris, she on the phone?
No, it's another call.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna take the call. Right after this call, I want to go into the that's a great segue into the coons. So we're gonna go into that right after I take this call.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
No doubt.
That song. A girl sent me a letter one day, man. This is back in the letter days. This is before email and all that. A girl sent me a letter, and she said that bald head hoe saved her life. She said that her boyfriend, serious, tripped me out. She said her boyfriend had gotten her pregnant, broke up with her, and left her alone to raise the baby, and she was suicidal. And she said she listened to that song and it made her laugh every time she listened to it. And she said it made her laugh and gave her hope every day. Yeah. And that tripped me out because I am thinking that I got some more sophisticated tackle songs that's gonna save some lives. And it's bald head hoes is saving lives, man.
Hey, laughter is medicine. Both legs, we on time, but thank you for calling in, my brother. We love you, man. Yeah, see, look, and laughter is medicine, man. You never know what song is gonna be the one that raise a person up out of a tough condition, man. So we want to talk about a song you did make that raised a lot of eyebrows and caused a lot of controversy among some of them same kind of Negroes that we just got through talking about, and that's the song Coon. We had Coon 1 and Coon 2.
Right.
Give us the backstory on that and what led into that whole, because it's a movement to me. It's a movement now.
It just got to a point to, man, it just overboiled. The coonery just was overboiled. And man, I was like, man, these damn coons, they everywhere.
Right.
And the biggest coons, some of the biggest coons, man, they have major platforms, their own network television, their own cable TV. They're on these major programs like ESPN, CNN, their own TNT, like the Charles Barkley's.
Right.
They're out there, man, and they get these coons the platforms because the coons can say what they can't say. Right. See, if one of the executives at CNN said something like, they're gonna he gonna get called out right away. Right. But if he give his instructions to the coon, then the coon can go ahead on and say what he can't say.
And they say, see, he's black.
Yeah.
He feels this way.
So the coon is hired to regurgitate white supremacist talking points.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So that's how they do it. That's the game. And so I kept on seeing it. And I'm like, man, you know what? I don't give a damn if they on CNN.
Right.
I'm coming to get them.
Right.
You know, I don't care if you're on ESPN.
Right.
I'm finna come get them.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck if I don't never get on
Right.
ESPN.
Right.
You know, that's the thing you got to be okay with. I don't care if I'm never on ESPN.
no
I don't
doubt.
care if I can never get on CNN.
Right.
I don't give a damn if I'm never on any type of Viacom network.
Right.
Man, I'm finna go at these clowns.
Right.
So, and I know if I felt that way, I know it was enough people out there that felt the same way. And so when I went after them, you know, I was like, I got to get them. And then I was like, okay, the hardest part about doing Coon was trying to figure out which coons was gonna make the cut.
Yeah, you had to leave. You had some leftovers on.
There was so many of them. So when I did Coon 2, Michael Jordan, he thought he was slick trying to make a little old. He trying to make a little old contribution and stuff. He ain't never made no contributions in the past. Now he trying to make a contribution to some black university. He did one to like a black university. But then, not a black university. It was a black.
He divided some money equally between some black organizations and some law enforcement.
The police, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, the police is killing us. I want to help, so what I'll do is I'm going to give some money to the organizations that's fighting against police brutality, but at the same time, I want to fund police brutality. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want to ride. I want to straddle the fence. I want to ride right, and that's why I say, you know, he a coon, and I call that coon out. And some black people got mad at me because you see, we've been kicked around so long, and we're so desperate for any type of images of success that we'll take anything. We'll take the worst of the worst, just long as he a black man and he making money. You try to knock out the black man. Nah, he an enemy. And enemies of the black community, I don't give a damn if they look like us, they need to be annihilated. They need to be eliminated. They got to go.
I agree 1,000. Look. What's the song we did back in 1992?
Still a nigga.
Come on now. Okay. Yeah, see, look, this is how big of a visionary this brother is. You know, and I ain't saying this because I was on the song, y'all. But he did a song called Still a Nigga back in 1992 on the Going Out Like a Soldier album. And that's what it was about. That's what the song was about. Black people who are so scared to stand up and be who they are as black people that we have to try to take on the role and the persona of white people just to be accepted. So the song was, no matter how high you ascend up in this system, in their eyes, you still a nigga. So here we are in 2018, and it's on steroids now.
Right.
You know, so I mean, this brother, Willie D, is a visionary. He was on that back in the 90s, man. That was 26 years ago when we did that song, man. So that's amazing. Bro.
And what they don't understand is this. And I don't know, maybe they do understand it, but they just don't care because they ain't about nothing. Man, them folks ain't gonna never, them folks don't respect that. They may not want to deal with me, give me certain access, but they respect me more than they respect a Charles Barkley. They respect me more than they respect Michael Jordan. They respect me more than they respect Stacey Dash. Respect. They respect that. Because they know I'll get with their ass for real. And I'm serious.
And plus, they know that they are the ones who put the coons in the spot to do the cooning in the first place.
And that's why when they got rid of Stacey Dash, after she got through doing their bidding, they was done with her. Okay, later, we can get another coon from anywhere. Like these coons are in abundance, man. We can pick up a coon anywhere.
That's right. You can stumble over one. We're going to take another call real quick. Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. I mean, it's wild. You know what? On that note, what message would you have to say to these youngsters that's out here that society have labeled them as being wild and savage and have no direction, but we know that systemically those conditions have been created for them, and now it's being set up to where the government can come in and basically wipe them out. What message would you give to those youngsters who may not be thinking on that level of understanding that we know that could possibly help them out and change this thing around?
Good question. Hey, you know, one of the things that I've always done is pride myself on not being a sucker, right? And anytime that you follow their direction, then that's a sucker move. So my thing is do the opposite of what your enemy expect.
Right.
Always do the opposite of what your enemy expect. Right. And always see I do the opposite of what they expect. That's how I know I'm winning. And I also whatever they feel, whatever they like, I hate.
Okay.
Whatever they love, I hate. Whatever they hate, I love.
Right.
See, when I see them start talking about some leader taking some leader out overseas, I immediately want to know.
With us.
He with us, exactly. Like, okay, what's that about? But see, these suckers and coons, you know, it's like whatever they like, they want to like it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Even though it might be detrimental to them, and 9 times out of 10, it is.
Right. Without a doubt. Well, I think we got you say you got Sister Pistol online. Okay, well we'll let it close out. But what we do real quick, hold on real quick before we do that. What's up with some new music? Are we gonna hear some new Willie D music at some point?
You know, right now I'm a specialist. I'm coming out, man, like a specialist. Like, you know, people hit me up and for features right now.
Right.
You know, I just did a little feature with a little 19-year-old out in South Carolina, man, last weekend. Them little youngsters hitting me up now like, oh, gee, we need you, baby. Yeah. You know, so I'm like a specialist, man. I come out, man, and like come in and get the job done. And
mercenary.
And then I go back in, go back in.
Right.
Get back in the cage. Back in the cut. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
You need what and what time?
Right.
Give me the time. Send the time.
Already.
I'll be there.
Already.
Get the job done. Get back.
Special 007 Willie D, man. Give them your social media and everything, and they can contact any kind of way or anything you got going.
Okay, on Facebook, it's Willie D Official. Now, right now, they got me blocked where I can't drop videos on Facebook. You know, they get me on Facebook about every 60 days. I get blocked on something. But everything else is Willie D Live.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's go back to what we say. You know, when somebody when they coming out on you, then you're doing something right. Plain and simple. Black power, peace and love. Man, look, man. If y'all ain't get fed tonight, man, then y'all just don't want to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Are they greedy?
Are they greedy? No question, man. No question. But it's all right. Y'all can take it to go box. It's all good. Eat it later on, man. Will, thank you so much, brother, for coming through, man.
Thank you, man. You know what, man? You know, we got to do this more often. I'm serious. I ain't just saying it. So, if the next time however soon that you want me to come back, I'm back.
Bro, you welcome to come anytime. I can't cover you in 1 or 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So you could be a recurring guest anytime you want to.
I'm down.
I want to shout out to my homies, man. No Regret Media, Kermit and Young Pro in the building, man, holding it down on the filming, man. And I'll be remiss if I don't shout out to my big brother, Murder One, SPCOG.
Yo.
Once again, Black Cat, my brother holding it down, man. Southpaw Coalition, the legend Willie D, man, is in the building, blessed us with his presence. Thank y'all for tuning in, K-Rino Radio, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It is what it is. One love, peace and love.